hate me, don't you?
Kons podcast.
You hate me, don't you?
Hit that like button, subscribe and share.
You hate me, don't you? You hate me, don't you?
Constant content.
You hate me, don't you? You hate me, don't you?
Constant content.
You hate me, don't you?
It's Billie Eilish, which is crazy. I never thought I'd hear about a Lil Wayne and Billie Eilish taking a shot at the white folks at Wimbledon who was talking down on her and was disrespecting her. Saying we've never experienced somebody suing somebody over a rap battle. You know what I'm saying? Giving you a quick little rundown of the situation between 50 and Ja Rule. This shit. Yeah. What's up? What's up? What's up? What is going on? What's going on? What's happening? What's going on? What's going on? You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is Kons podcast. Let me turn this light on. Brighten this motherfucker up a little bit. But yeah, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? It's Kons podcast. You feel me? Back with another one. You feel me? Hitting you with another one. In case you thought it wasn't gonna be another one. Here go another one. You feel me? Episode 229. You know what I'm saying? What's going on this fine Thursday, April 17th? It is 11:49 a.m. in the morning. You feel me? We ain't hit that noon spot yet. You know what I'm saying? So still gotta say it's in the a.m. You feel me? But yeah, what's going on though? What's happening? What's happening? You know what I mean? Hope y'all doing good. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all are doing good. You feel me? Just got a few little topics today. You know what I'm saying? A few little topics. Ain't too much. You know what I mean? A few little faux topics. You already know how we do on this channel. You know what I'm saying? If you just now subscribing, you know what I mean? This is where we do. This is where we do updates. This is where we do, you know what I'm saying? Talk about headlines, whatever done went viral. You know what I'm saying? Talking about whatever is making headlines, whatever done went viral, whatever done made a headline, whatever you seen when you're on Google, when you see the headlines and shit like that. We probably touching on them right here on this podcast. Excuse me, on this podcast. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, today is going to be episode 229. I got 4 topics for you. I hope y'all enjoyed yesterday's episode. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday's episode where we touched on Lil Nas X having a little paralysis in his face. We definitely talked about Kodak Black paying 200 residents' rent. That shit is something dope, charitable work. You feel me? We also touched on the new Diddy charges that he got coming against him. You know what I'm saying? And we also touched on Snoop Dogg dropping another gospel album. You know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg dropping another gospel album called Altar Call. You know what I'm saying? But that was yesterday's episode. I hope y'all enjoyed that. You know what I mean? I hope y'all enjoyed that. You feel me? I hope y'all enjoyed yesterday's episode. You know what I'm saying? Hope I put you up on something that you didn't know. You feel me? As I say all the time on here. You know what I mean? So today's episode 229, we're just going to be going over. We're going to be going over Lil Wayne. And he dropped a feature list for the features that's going to be on his Carter 6 album, dropping June 6th on my son's birthday. Serena Williams did an interview with Time Magazine, talked about the Super Bowl performance, her doing the C-Walk, Kendrick Lamar. Drake is doubling down on the defamation lawsuit that he got going against UMG. And then we got Ja Rule putting out to the world saying that 50 Cent is a rat. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though, that's everything that we're going to be talking about today for episode 229. You know what I'm saying? Hope all y'all doing good, man. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all doing good on this fine Thursday. We almost to the weekend. You feel me? We are almost to the weekend. 420 relies on Easter Sunday this year. You feel me? So I don't know if you're going to smoke and go to church, if you going to go to church and then smoke, if you going to smoke before you go to church and after you go to church, if you even go to church, I don't know. Some people like to put on they loud, you feel me, what you call that shit, pastel fucking colored suits and shit with the motherfucking light blue and the turquoise. You know what I'm saying? Unc like to bring the suit out. You feel me? Come Easter time. You know what I'm saying? Going to church with a sister and grandma and shit like that. You feel me? For the first time. in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black folks, yeah, maybe like to get together on Easter and come to church, and we ain't been to church in 30 years before that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it falls on Easter Sunday this time. You know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna be. It's gonna be regular day. I'm just gonna be in my city. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be regular day though. I smoke every day. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of the lifestyle that I live. So it ain't nothing but another day to me. It's just doing it amongst homies and festivities and shit like that. But yeah, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's jump right into episode 229. You feel me? So first up, Lil Wayne. So Lil Wayne is coming out, you know what I'm saying, with the Quarter 6, one of the biggest anticipated albums probably of the year. A lot of people's anticipating that shit. We all been anticipating that shit, seem like for the past 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? He been itching at us about it, saying that it's gonna drop, and it ain't never dropped. You feel me? But we all know we had the little trouble we had with Birdman and the lawsuits and shit like that, and not getting his royalties and a whole bunch of other shit containing to that situation. So he wasn't putting it out for a long time. But just recently, he had dropped a little trailer and dropped the fact that he's going to be dropping this album June 6th. The Quarter 6 is going to be on June 6. You feel me? Combining it to, you know what I mean, the sixes, 666. You know, some people was looking at that as some Illuminati shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I mean? So he definitely gonna be dropping. He dropped the feature list. People gonna be having on there. Some fans are surprised by some of the features that he gonna have, which was some of them that he named is Billie Eilish, which is crazy. I never thought I'd hear about a Lil Wayne and Billie Eilish song. That's for sure. MGK gonna be on there, gonna be a feature on there. I think them two could cook up some dope shit for real. MGK is a decent rapper. Just because Eminem might have bodied him in rap beef, you feel me, don't mean that he's a bad rapper. You know what I'm saying? Wyclef is on that motherfucker. Also, he doing some producer work on the album as well. Elephant Man, he got on there as well. And also has his son Cameron Carter on there. He also spoke of working on the collab album coming up with his son, kind of similar to how Birdman and Lil Wayne had the collab album called Like Father, Like Son. He spoke of that, doing that with his own sons. Also, Bono from U2 is also gonna be on there, which was surprising to me as well. You know what I'm saying? These collabs that he doing is people that you would never thought that he'd be doing collabs with, or you would hear them on the same song together. You feel me? So the features list is pretty intriguing, pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Pretty interesting to say the least. At least, you know what I mean? I never thought I would see him doing songs with these type of people. You know what I mean? Especially Billie Eilish, and then Bono from U2 is crazy too. But you know, Lil Wayne's a rock star. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he dropping the album. You know what I mean? Just put out he dropping the album. He did an interview with, I believe, who did he do it with? Time Magazine or something like that, or Rolling Stone. He did an interview with Rolling Stone. You know what I'm saying? He talked about how he called Kendrick and supporting him for the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? But he also said he didn't want to do it no more because that moment has been took and it's already over with, and he is over it. Said he don't even want to do the Super Bowl no more. Aw, you don't even want to do it no more. Aw. Man, look, man, we all seen Lil Wayne take that shit hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying? He was bitter about not doing that shit. You feel me? I don't know, man. I feel like you should have been congratulating Kendrick more so, rather than being so bitter about not having a spot. When we all seen, you feel me, the past performances of you being fried on stage and yelling in the mic and shit, and not actually singing the actual songs that fans want to hear. That's just what I seen from TikToks and all that shit, and little samples and people that have been to your show. So in the next little clip you about to see, this is the first one you gonna see is this is Nadeska and Ebro with their little show that they got on Apple Music. This is them talking about him coming out with his album, and they said that they want the mixtape Wayne back. Check it out.
Lil Wayne album,
June 6th.
Everybody 6th. Ready? Carter 6 on June 6th.
Yeah, so apparently this is the end of the Carter series. Of course, his triumphant series of albums that everyone needs to know that the Carter 2 is still the best Carter album. But yeah, so as he ends this part of his career, I think it's kind of cool. Like we did it. He's done it for a while. I think we're we like damn near 20 years at this point. Mm-hmm. On to the new, man. You know what, Lil Wayne, bring back mixtapes. How about that? Bring back rapping over other people's beats. I'm just throwing a suggestion out there. Wayne, you don't got to do nothing. But it would be dope for him as the Carter series kind of sunsets. Whatever the next iteration of Wayne is, Go mixtape Wayne. Like there's a whole generation of people that
I
heard
agree with
about
that.
this version of you. Go mixtape, put it on YouTube, do that other stuff. Maybe that will make all these rappers that grew up idolizing Wayne and want to do everything Wayne did. Maybe we can get back in that lane and creatively it would infuse a different kind of energy back into hip hop.
So as you seen, you know what I'm saying? That was Ebro and Nadeska and them other dudes. I don't know their names. You know what I'm saying? But they do the show on Apple Music, you know what I mean? And they were talking about the album and said they wanted mixtape Wayne back. You know what I'm saying? This next little clip you about to see is just a video of dude speaking on the features and the features that he gonna be having on this upcoming album. Check this clip out.
So we got the official feature list for Carter 6, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm very disappointed. When you see Machine Gun Kelly on an album, especially in 2025, now if it was 10 years ago, would have been different. But then we got Billie Eilish, which that's interesting. Same with Miley Cyrus. Got Bono from U2, and we got Kanye, but he didn't make the final cut, I guess, as a feature. So he is still produced. And Wheezy, etc., etc. His son.
Bruh, look at this. Lil Wayne confirms that Billie Eilish will be on the Carter 6. That is a collaboration that I did not see coming. I welcome it. I do welcome it because Billie Eilish does have an amazing voice. And Lil Wayne always comes with the fire lyrics. And it's beneficial for both artists because it's going to help Lil Wayne reach the people that only listen to pop music. And for Billie Eilish, I don't think any Billie Eilish fans know any Lil Wayne songs except for maybe a Millie or Lollipop. I am super excited for this Billie Eilish and Lil Wayne collaboration because Billie Eilish has such a soulful voice and Lil Wayne does damage on soulful tracks. The only way that this song can be bad is if Billie Eilish is doing that whisper singing that she does. I hate that so much. Like I heard her singing normally one time and I was like, I didn't even know she could do that with her voice because all of her songs are she's just like whisper singing at a high pitched voice. Like, girl, you can sing normally this whole time. Like, why haven't you been doing that?
That was him letting you know the features. Billie Eilish is one of the ones that's surprising people. You know what I'm saying? Letting you know the features on the album. You feel me? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne got his album coming June 6th. You feel me? Got some dope features on there with people that we never thought that we'd be seeing him do music with. You feel me? I'm anxious to see what he gonna be doing with Billie Eilish. I'm anxious to see what he gonna be doing with MGK as well. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Lil Wayne. We can look forward to his album, The Carter 6, finally dropping on June 6th. Serena Williams recently, she did an interview with Time Magazine. You know what I'm saying? It was asked about her crib walking at the Super Bowl with Kendrick, and a lot of people were saying that was a direct little petty shot at Drake. She talks about that and says why she did it. She also said Drake had also recently took a shot at her husband on the track, saying that he was a groupie. You know what I'm saying? So she was asked about the crip walk at the Super Bowl when she performed with Kendrick, and people were saying, like I said, people saying that she being petty, taking a shot at Drake, and she definitely was saying no, she definitely was not being petty, taking no shots at Drake. She don't even be thinking about Drake like that. You know what I'm saying? She definitely wasn't. It was a nod to Wimbledon. You know what I'm saying? Her nod, it was a nod to what she did when she first did it at Wimbledon and got all of the scrutiny from all of the white folks who watched tennis, that they were talking bad on her for doing that at Wimbledon. You know what I'm saying? So that was when she did it on the performance with Kendrick. That was just a little nod to that with the pretty much like a bird, you know what I mean, saying fuck y'all to all the people that was talking shit about her when she did it at Wimbledon when we first seen it. You feel me? So this was another nod, you feel me, because she's also from Compton, you know what I'm saying? So this was also a nod at that, in support of Kendrick, because he is also from Compton. They both are Compton natives. That's where that came from, as far as her doing the crip walk on stage with Kendrick Lamar. When he asked her about it, she went right back to that Wimbledon moment when everybody was scrutinizing her and talking bad on her for doing it at Wimbledon. So this was Bird nod a middle finger to that moment. You feel me? Saying that she's now doing this shit on the biggest stage ever, and you gonna see it again. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what that was. You feel me? So a lot of people were saying that, oh, she being petty, she taking a shot at Drake, and this and that. You feel me? And I first said when I first seen this, you feel me? It ain't no shot at Drake. I promise you, she's not thinking about no Drake. You know what I'm saying? That shit was in 2011. She has moved on from that. He has moved on from that. She is married to a whole billionaire. You feel me? A billionaire. You know what I'm saying? So I for sure think that she is not out here still thinking about a Drake. You know what I'm saying? She also mentioned Stephen A. How Stephen A. said he would have divorced her if she was that thinking about her ex and taking a shot at her ex by crip walking on the stage with Kendrick Lamar. Feel me? She also addressed that in the interview. This is a magazine interview, so it's not really visual. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I mean, a lot of people thinking that she was taking a shot at Drake. I don't think she was. You know what I mean? She definitely denied it. You know what I mean? It was for the culture. You know what I'm saying? When she did that, well, but she faced hella scrutiny over it. You feel me? And she really took taking a shot at the white folks at Wimbledon who was talking down on her and was disrespecting her for doing so at the Wimbledon, on the Wimbledon stage. So she took advantage of this opportunity that Kendrick was asking her to. Now, a lot of people were saying that Kendrick was blindly doing this to take his personal shot at Drake by using her to have her crip walk on the stage with him. But now I don't even think Kendrick was on that type of time either. You know what I'm saying? But now fans is gonna speculate and people gonna put together the little theories and whatever they want to put together after seeing that and thinking that she was taking a shot at Drake. I personally don't think she was. You feel me? So when the next clip you about to see is just a video of somebody that I've seen on TikTok that's speaking furthermore on this situation. Check it out.
Serena Williams says that she did not do the crip walk dance on stage during the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl performance to go after Drake. It had nothing to do with that. And she's sticking to the story that her husband said about getting fined at the Wimbledon for doing the same dance and how this dance was a part of her culture. And a lot of people on the internet seem to be calling BS and say you had to have known that dancing to the Not Like Us song would make it look like you were trying to spite Drake back for whatever, spat you guys had in your relationship. And people are thinking like she's just trying to clear the air right now, do, media cleanup. And she was dancing to Kendrick Lamar's biggest song ever, which is a diss against Drake. She used to date Drake. Drake dissed her current husband and called him a groupie on his album. And it just seems like, you're dancing to that song. Yeah, the Wimbledon situation did happen. But if she didn't understand what was happening, then that means Kendrick was being manipulative and played her into thinking that was okay. But I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you agree that Serena just did this because of the Wimbledon situation where she got fined for doing the same dance and she just wanted to, kind of express herself on an open stage? Or do you think this has something to do with Drake? Or do you think she had no idea what people would think and that Kendrick was using her? Let me know what you guys think in the comments and follow me for more content like this.
As you seen, you know what I'm saying? That was Serena, that was dude breaking it down for you, breaking it down the Serena situation and breaking it down. Excuse me. Pardon this interruption. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you ain't hit that subscribe button, go on and hit that shit right now. You know what I mean? At this particular moment and time in the middle of the video, now's your time to hit that subscribe button. You feel me? Hit the like button. Go ahead and comment on what you think or what you might think about something that I'm saying. Comment on it. You feel me? Hit that comment. You know what I mean? Hit that comment button. Leave your little comment. I'll definitely see it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But hit that subscribe button. No, tell somebody about it. You know what I mean? Hit that subscribe button if you ain't already. You know what I'm saying? What you waiting for? You know what I mean? And tell somebody about this shit so somebody else can watch this shit too. And remember to share this shit also. Put this shit on your social media and all that shit. You know what I mean? Let's get back to the episode. How she was saying denying that it is not no shot at Drake. You feel me? I don't think it is either. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they both from Compton. That was a nod to her being from Compton. And that was also a bird to the white folks at Wimbledon who was talking down on her from when she first did it at Wimbledon. You feel me? In front of the white people, in front of the world on TV. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're going to talk bad on that. But yeah. So yeah, next up is Drake. So Drake is now definitely doubling down on the defamation lawsuit. You feel me? He's now definitely doubling down on it and saying doubling down on the lawsuit with UMG. saying that they played the song, calling him a PDF in front of 15 million kids. And some of the kids have never even heard the song, despite how popular it was. He was saying that some of the kids might not have never even heard the song. And he played it in front of 15 million, let alone played it on the Super Bowl stage in front of the world and had everybody calling him a PDF. He's accusing the label of choosing profit over protection. Also says UMG used bots to boost the song and say that it damages reputation by performing it at the Super Bowl. Recently, he was granted the notion of discovery, but at the same time, he will be subjected to the same. As the article on Hip Hop DX says, be careful what you wish for. He tried to sue in silence, but UMG told him if you sue, the people will laugh at you, so go ahead and sue. Also, they said they used the song to lower the value of him as far as the renegotiating of his contract comes, because if he's considered a damaged artist or an artist that's coming in that's damaged by reputation of the people, then they will not have to cash him out as big as they initially cashed him out. So he's saying that UMG is plotting on this so that they don't have to cash him out a big bag in order to renegotiate that contract. And now he's doubling down. He brought up some names. He brought up the Super Bowl. I heard he mentioned Joe Budden. He was mentioning different little podcasts because they took the copyright shit off and let a lot of podcasters and shit like that play the song on their streams or whatnot and not get that copyright hit for it. You know what I'm saying? So that shit generated a whole lot of more streams and revenue of people listening to the song. You know what I mean? So he's definitely doubling down on that defamation. You know what I'm saying? But like he said though, like Hip Hop DX said, be careful what you wish for. You know what I mean? Because now that he definitely has been granted those, that means that Kendrick or UMG can also see what his contracts and the shit that he been doing, which is the same shit that they did for Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they both are on the same label. You feel me? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? The next clip you're about to see is just a video of a dude breaking down the defamation lawsuit. He said he read through all 107 new pages of such. You feel me? And he breaks it down for you and tells you the 5 most important things that you should know about it. Check this clip out.
I read all 107 pages of Drake's amended lawsuit against UMG, so you don't have to. And here are 5 things that you should probably know. Number 1, despite what people have said on the internet, he has not removed his claim that Not Like Us was botted. And even after the beef, certain records or music videos also have claims of using bots. All of those things are included. Now, whether you believe Kendrick and his team paid for it or UMG paid for it, that's up to you. But the allegation has not been removed. Number 2, this is a defamation of character suit. So he is using evidence from social media, television shows, award shows, sporting events to show how much this song has damaged his reputation. He even uses a quote from Lucian Gage himself to talk about how it takes 5 minutes to destroy someone's reputation that it may have taken 30 years to build. So you're going to see claims from the Super Bowl, the Grammys, all of those things are cited. Number 3, he attempted to settle this behind the scenes with UMG, but they basically told him, if you sue, people are going to laugh at you, so go ahead. And clearly he didn't care because he continued with the lawsuit. Because after this battle and being called the P word, you might as well burn everything to the ground. What else do you have to lose? So I don't think that they thought that he would go this far, but clearly he's willing to take it to the end of the world and back. Number 4, UMG funded the promotion, the playlisting, and all of the coverage that had to do with Not Like Us. So he is saying that they know that these lyrics are false, but they are putting money behind it to make the record even bigger. He also claims that certain podcasts were paid to discuss Not Like Us and that they didn't have to license it from UMG because those things are waived. I'm not going to say the name of that podcast, but I think everyone who's been on the internet and has been paying attention knows which podcast that is. And number 5, this is not really about Kendrick Lamar, it's more about business. He's saying that they use this song to lower the leverage that he would have when he's negotiating his new record contract with UMG. So if he is hurt publicly and his image is hurt, they would not have to pay him as much money, which is a fair point, because if you're going into contract negotiations, you want to negotiate from the strongest possible leverage. So before this beef, Drake is regarded in this high manner. He's coming off record-breaking albums, record-breaking number ones. They would have to pay him a lot more money. But if he's coming out as a damaged artist who seems weak, they wouldn't have to pay him as much. So he's saying UMG is going to have to pay. whether it's through the contract, whether it's letting him out of his contract, or whether it's him suing for defamation of character. He wants to be compensated. What will that compensation look like? We won't know. But at the end of the day, this is probably the biggest lawsuit in hip-hop history. So no matter where you stand on it, whether you're for it or against it, this is just the information that you need to know.
You see, you know what I'm saying? That was him doubling down on it, you feel me? And said that he wants compensation for Kendrick telling the world that he is a PDF. He is claiming that it has damaged his reputation and damaged him and his music and sales-wise and all that. So he is wanting some type of compensation for Kendrick damaging his throne and pretty much kicking him off the throne. You know what I'm saying? So he feel that he want compensation for it. You know what I'm saying? And man, yo, this shit does nothing but make you just look like a bitch, like soft, like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We've never experienced somebody suing somebody over a rap battle. You know what I'm saying? That the world declared that you lost. So now you taking the person to court is just weird. That's weird. You feel me? But I don't know. Maybe that's Canadian shit. Maybe that's how they get down in Canada. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely weird that you chose to go to the law and sue a person that you was having a battle rap with, that you started. All the little subtle shit that you was doing and putting in your music and dissing Kendrick for all these years. You know what I'm saying? All these years, and he finally clapped back at you, and then you take it to the laws and courts and sue. It's crazy. Just like they said, the people gonna laugh at you if you do so go right ahead. And like I said, you know what I mean, this is only hurting Drake at the end of the day. This is gonna hurt Drake. If it don't do nothing else, it's gonna hurt himself for sure. You know what I mean? It's definitely not gonna hurt nobody else. It ain't gonna hurt Kendrick. So it's definitely gonna hurt you only. You are suing the people who pay you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that is the severing and burning ties that you got with your own record label. Like I said before, man, in the real world, if you working for somebody and you take your employer to court, you are fired. You're fired. They're firing you. Alright? They're not finna give you a check every 2 weeks or a week, whatever it is that your pay is. You know what I'm saying? And pay you to take them to court. It's just not happening. It doesn't make sense in business. It doesn't make sense in the employee world, employer world. None of that doesn't make any sense at all. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know, man, what's going on with that. You feel me? But he's doubling down on that defamation, saying that it's defamation of character because they're saying that. And also, he said the UMG pushed the song knowing that him calling him a PDF was a lie. You know what I'm saying? But now, what about everything you said about Kendrick? None of that shit has been proven true. None of it. You feel me? None of it. None of it. We can't even find a video that you claim that he beating his wife up and this and that. We can't find nothing on that. But we definitely found a video of you kissing a little 17-year-old girl 3 times on her face, on her cheek, on her forehead, and on her lips. We seen that on stage in front of millions. So, man, you feel me? The shit him calling you a PDF, I mean, yo, the shit is just out there to make that type of claim. You know what I'm saying? The proof is in the pudding. But I don't know, you know what I mean? Yeah. Next subject, though, you know what I'm saying? Ja Rule. So Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying, recently went on the Breakfast Club. You know what I mean? Went on the Breakfast Club. They asked him about 50 Cent and how said he was hot about that shit. You know what I'm saying? He said he was mad about that shit. He said he was mad. He said he was ready to go nuclear on 50. You feel me? After 50 had posted the little shit about smoking on Irv Gotti and all this and that, and still trolling Irv after his death. You feel me? That definitely ticked off Ja Rule for sure. You know what I'm saying? Had said he had people trying to calm him down or whatnot. You feel me? So let's just go into this clip right now. This is what Ja Rule said on the Breakfast Club when asked him about 50 Cent. Check it out.
I'm not here to be a bully and bother you. That's not what I'm here to do.
You or 50 have not outgrown each other. And what I mean by that is, if you're talking to 50, Ja gonna come up. If you're talking to Ja, 50 gonna come up.
I mean, I don't bring him up at all.
No, we do.
Yeah.
The
media does.
Yeah.
But because I think that's because he's a troll. He keeps it. I'll go to the circus once in a while, you know what I mean? But I really like to stay clear of that shit. When I see the things that he does, and you know, he did the Irv, the smoking on there, you know, I'm like,
how do you feel about this when you saw it?
Of course, nobody likes all this goofy shit, but it's goofy Preem said it best. I spoke to Preem the other day because I was hot. I was ready to go nuclear. And Preem said, he said, here's what you got to understand about who we are. We are masters of self-defense. That's who we are as men. Here to protect our families, protect our home, defend our honor, our names.
You see, you know what I'm saying? That's what he said on the Breakfast Club. You feel me? That you just heard in that clip. That's what he said. He said he was ready to go nuclear. He said it was goofy shit. You know what I mean? Still trolling after the death and all that. Because we know Irv Gotti and Ja Rule was definitely very close. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't like that shit. A lot of people probably didn't like it. He called 50 a goofy and all this and that. So he recently came out saying that 50 Cent is a rat. Put out paperwork. Said he got receipts on everything. You know what I'm saying? Put out the paperwork. TMZ had already said, you know what I mean, that the shit was fake. The paperwork was fake. You feel me? But Ja Rule said he was ready for that. He know that they was gonna probably call the shit fake, and he said he got more receipts. So he put out a paperwork pretty much saying that names Curtis Jackson as one of the informants, and he sent the feds to check on the Murder Inc. and got them indicted. He said, you know what I'm saying? And at least that's what it says in this paperwork. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure 50 Cent's lawyers and all that shit is also definitely denying that shit and saying don't be dumb and believe the dumbass shit that's coming out of Ja Rule's mouth. You know what I mean? His lawyers, his team is definitely denying everything that Ja Rule is saying about 50 Cent being a rat. You feel me? So this next little clip you about to see is just a clip of somebody breaking down the situation between 50 Cent and Ja Rule. Check it out.
What's good? Let's talk 50 Cent vs. Ja Rule beef that's been cooking since '99. It started with a chain snatch, turned into diss tracks, and fists flew. Clubs, studios chaos. 50 dropped Wankster. Jay hit back with loose change. Fast forward. 50 trolled Jay's Fire Fest flop. For 200 show tickets to leave seats empty. Jay clapped back, calling 50 a snitch with paperwork. Just this week, Jay posted DOCs on X, claiming 50 as an informant again. But sources like TMZ say it's fake. This feud's eternal. Who's winning? Drop it below.
Yeah, as you see, you know what I'm saying? That was just somebody breaking down, giving you a quick little rundown of the situation between 50 and Ja Rule. This shit's been going back to the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Early 2000s, 25 years of them going back and forth with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's just something crazy. You know, I don't know. You know what I mean? 50 is a troll. He continues to troll Ja every now and then. Whenever he feels like he gets bored, he'll just mention Ja Rule name out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And start trolling him. Maybe it's a real hate, but it gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Because some shit happened between their camps and shit between people. You know what I mean? Somebody got shot or whatnot. And I believe that's when 50 sent the feds over to Murder Inc. to indict them, you feel me, to investigate the shooting. You know what I'm saying? Of somebody in 50's camp, I believe, that got popped or something like that. You know what I mean? But it's a whole lot that goes into that beef. Like I said, it's been a long fucking time that they've been beefing. You know what I'm saying? Been beefing for a long time. You feel me? So yeah, he out here claiming that 50 Cent is a rat. You feel me? Of course, 50 Cent's legal team and his lawyers and shit is all denying it. You feel me? Saying, come on, man, don't be dumb. Don't believe that shit. You know what I mean? So the shit is just continuing to escalate between 50 and Ja Rule, especially after 50 took shots at Irv Gotti after his passing. You feel me? I can understand how anybody would definitely be mad at that. The man has passed away. You know what I'm saying? And 50 was still with the trolling shit. You feel me? So people close to him definitely would be pissed off at that shit. But yeah, though, you know what I'm saying? That's all I have for today. That's all I got for today. You know what I mean? Quick little 4 topics. This has been episode 229. You feel me? So in this episode, I hope in one of these topics you learned something that you didn't know and you found out right here on Kons Podcast. You feel me? So today we went over, you know what I'm saying, for episode 229, we talked about Lil Wayne dropping the features list for his album, The Carter 6, that he got coming in June. Fans are surprised by some of the names that are named as far as who's going to be featured on this upcoming album. Serena Williams did an interview with Time Magazine, was asked about the Crip Walk and performing with Kendrick. A lot of people were saying that she is lying, and when she says that it ain't got nothing to do with Drake, That is a nod to Compton and a nod to the scrutiny I got when I performed it and did it at Wimbledon, whatever years ago. You know what I'm saying? She denied that shit. Fans is thinking that it was her being petty with Drake. We also touched on Drake doubling down on the defamation lawsuit with UMG. You know what I'm saying? He's doubling down on that and mentioning new people in a 107-page document that has recently been upgraded and filed. We all know recently that I talked about right here on this podcast that he got granted notion of discovery, which also means that he will also have to cough up his contracts and negotiations as well. Then we touched on Ja Rule out here putting the rat card, the snitch jacket on 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? Of course, 50 Cent is definitely denying it, saying that the paperwork is false. TMZ actually said that the paperwork is false, and 50's legal team is saying don't be stupid and believe the bullshit that Ja Rule is trying to push. You know what I'm saying? So that's everything we talked about today. This has been episode 229. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. You know what I'm saying? Whoever you may be, whether you was a girlfriend, a brother, whether you was a sister, whether you was a boyfriend, a husband, whether you was an uncle, an auntie, whether you was a cousin, whether you was a distant relative, a close relative, whether you was a friend, whether you was an enemy, whether you was somebody, you know what I'm saying? Whoever you are, and if your pets are sitting there with you, whether your pet is a pet gerbil, a pet rat, you feel me, in the cage, running on the little shit, looking at the podcast, whether you got a pet snake, he's slithering around looking at the podcast, whether you got a pet goat, he motherfucking putting his horns up and nodding his head to the podcast, whether you got a pet roach crawling around in the cage, watching Kons podcast too, I definitely fucks with him, you feel me? Like you see my nigga saluting you on the screen right now, you know what I'm saying? But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. You feel me? This has been episode 229 on this fine Thursday, April 17th. You feel me? It is now past 12, so it is the afternoon, 12:17. You know what I'm saying? But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for telling somebody. If you told somebody, tell somebody about it. If you haven't yet, you feel me? Go ahead and share this shit after you watch it. You feel me? When the credits start rolling. If you don't watch all of the credits, go ahead and share it. Hit the like button, comment on something. You feel me? Say something that you might have thought on whatever I might have been covering at the time. You feel me? Let me know what you think. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. You know what I mean? Thank you for tuning in. Tell somebody about it. Put this on your social medias. Put this on your Snapchat. Put this on your Facebook groups. You know what I mean? Messenger groups, text message group chats with your family. Drop the link in there and let everybody know. Let somebody know about Kons motherfucking podcast. You feel me? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Enjoy these credits and enjoy this slapping ass beat. Check it out.